world seems like it's in chaos, we come back to that center, that zealous heart that is us, our spirit, our spiritual nature, our Christ self. That is who we are. That is how we show up at Unity of Louisville. That's who we are. The Christ in action. And so it is. Amen.
Beautiful angelic voices. Thank you so much. Good morning. My name is Judy Schneider. Welcome to Unity of Louisville, where our mission is to empower people to live a spiritual life. We do this through mindfulness, inclusivity, prosperity, and integrity. We invite you to listen and receive what resonates with you, because wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. If you are joining us online, we invite you to take a moment to share today's service with your family and friends. We have many people who make our service amazing, so please hold your applause until the end. Our message today will be by Reverend Bobby Kaiser, and our guest musician will be Judy Paulsmeyer. We want to thank our entire music team, hospitality team, audiovisual team, readers, and all the other folks behind the scenes who make today possible. Also, we have prayer chaplains who will be here to pray with you after the service. They will be wearing blue prayer shawls so you can spot who they are. Will the prayer chaplains please stand so we can acknowledge you? Thank you, thank you. I don't see any blue shawls, but any one of the people who just stood up. Oh, I'm sorry, Evelyn. Evelyn has a blue shawl on. Evelyn and any of the other prayer chaplains will be happy to pray with you after the service. We are grateful for our growing community of volunteers. Thank you to everyone who made today's service possible. Let's give our wonderful team a round of applause. Today's ministry highlight is the Youth and Family Ministry. The Youth and Family Ministry is every Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon and is led by Chelsea Short and Kimberly Benkner. The ministry's mission is to empower youth and families to live spiritually enriched lives. Sunday school sessions group children by age to explore topics appropriate to their understanding, offering engaging activities such as play, food, and meaningful conversations. YFM provides a safe, enjoyable space for youth to build connections while allowing adults to grow spiritually by embracing new perspectives. Now is the time we acknowledge our first-time guests. If you are with us today for the first time and feel comfortable doing so, please raise your hand so we may welcome you and provide a welcome packet with a candle to remind you that the light of God already shines within you. We have one over here. Thank you, Mohammed. If you prefer, you may pick these items up at the welcome table after the service. If you are joining us for the first time online, please type your name in the chat box so we can acknowledge you. You can find more information about Unity of Louisville on our website, unityoflouisville.org. Let's take a moment to welcome our first-time guests. And Tracy Jackson will be reading the Daily Word for us. Oh. Tracy Jackson is not here. Who will be reading the Daily Word for us? Joni, would you read the Daily Word for us? Sorry, I just read what they give me.
Good morning. I haven't read this, so if I stumble. Today's daily word for Sunday, June 1st, is zeal. Divine zeal is my impulse to accomplish great things. Toward the end of his long life, Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore famously wrote, "I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me." This story shows me that as a divine gift, zeal is always mine to call upon. No matter my age or the state of my life, it is the impulse that makes me eager to rise in the morning and gives me energy to get started on the day's tasks. It drives me to give the best of myself to those people and things I care about the most. Zeal is quickening, enlivening energy that helps me feel the presence of God within and bring the presence to life in a way that only I can. I sizzle with zeal. With passion and enthusiasm, I live, love, and serve. Romans 12:11, do not lag in zeal, be ardent in spirit, serve the Lord. If you'll repeat the affirmation with me, divine zeal is my impulse to accomplish great things.
Thank you, Joni. It is now time in our service for us to sing our meditation song, followed by a moment of silence. Our energy workers, oneness blessing givers, and prayer chaplains will stand and send love and light into the community and the world as a prayer chaplain brings forth our prayer requests.
O heavenly Spirit, who in love abideth, we worship thee, we praise thy holy name. Teach us, thy children, evermore to love thee. Thy will be done on earth as heaven today. Teach us, thy children, evermore to love thee. Thy will be done on earth as heaven today. Oh, give us grace to meet the coming morrow. Forgive our debts as others we forgive. Thou leavest not thy children in temptation, and from all error thou deliverest us. Thine is the kingdom, thine the power and glory, world without end, forevermore. Amen. Now for a minute of silence. And so it is.
And so we continue that meditative space, that place, by relaxing your bodies in the pew, allowing your trunk just to connect with the wood below you, planting your feet firmly on the ground, connecting to this space, becoming present, relaxing your shoulders, your neck, letting your fingers just be free. Just notice your heartbeat, how it just beats for you with no energy, just there for you to support you. Feel the love in that heart, how it expresses, how it receives. And then I invite you to go to your mind for a minute. Use your power of imagination with me. We know that thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. And so we go to that imagination and just see yourself on a little walk, a journey of some sort. Maybe it's in the grass and your shoes are off and you feel the sweet comfort of the grass against your feet. Or maybe you're just walking down a path, a dirt path. Wherever it is, it's safe. And then you notice as you continue walking, there are signs on the tree in front of you. You see the first as you're walking, faith. Then you keep walking and you see the power of will on the other side. You continue on, there's strength. And then love. And you just continue walking down this path, realizing you are on a power-filled path. All the powers that we use every day. And when you get to the end, you see a path that leads to a sign called zeal. C-E-A-L, zeal. And out from the tree comes Charles and Myrtle Fillmore to greet you. And he says to you, I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth a mighty faith to do that which I ought to do. And you greet him in gratitude. And Myrtle reminds you of the power she had of zeal over her body to heal herself. And they look back at you and say, how, dear one, how, beloved one, can you use this in your life? Where in your life do you need a little sizzle? Where in your life do you need healing? Zealous healing. And all you see in their eyes is zeal. It's no longer a power, but a feeling, an emotion. And you discover, my goodness, I am that. I am zeal. And as you walk away from them and step back onto your path, you keep going with a new perspective. And that perspective is that clouds are going to come. Chaos is going to come. Calamity is going to come. And yet we know we can always go back into the depths of our passion, our fire, which is zeal. Always there, we're like a wellspring available to share with yourself and others. And so we continue on. Continue on. We continue on in gratitude. Notice how that feels. And so as we turn our energy back to the room, our heart still zealously beats for us. Our bodies are still working. Some may be a little broken, a little damaged, a little wounded, but still breathing, still moving for our good, housing that Christ presence that we are. Notice your arms and your legs and your feet, your minds, how it's thinking. And then come back to that place of gratitude. That place where love is. And so it is. Amen.
This is a song by Jewel, which I hope fits the zeal theme for today. If my throat will cooperate. Don't worry, mother. And don't worry, sister. Say your prayers and sleep tight. It'll be fine, lover of mine. It'll be just fine. And lend your voices only to the sound of freedom. No longer lend your strength to that which you wish to be free from. Fill your lives with love and bravery, and you shall lead a life uncommon. I've heard your anguish. I've heard your hearts cry out. We are tired, we are weary, but we aren't worn out. Set down your chains till only faith remains. Set down your chains and lend your voices only to the sounds of freedom. No longer lend your strength to that which you wish to be free from. Fill your lives with love and bravery, we shall lead a life uncommon. There are plenty of people who pray for peace, but if praying were enough, it would have come to be. Let your words enslave no one, and the heavens will hush themselves to hear our voices ring out clear with sounds of freedom, sounds of freedom. Come on, you unbeliever, move out of the way. There's a new army coming, and we are armed with faith. And to live, we must give. To live, lend your voices only to the sounds of freedom. No longer lend your strength to that which we wish to be free from. Fill your lives with love and bravery, and we shall lead. And lend our voices only to the sounds of freedom. No longer lend your strength to that which we wish to be free from. Fill your lives with love and bravery, and we shall lead a life uncommon. Thank you.
Beautiful, Judy. Thank you so much for that. I don't think you're ready. 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 My body's too bootylicious for you, babe. I want to change that to my Christ is too delicious for you, babe. Yeah, that was good. Yes, my voice is a complete mess, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm with you today, Judy. Yeah, you'll just say it's a mess. We'll talk about that later. One of my favorite statements is from one of my favorite artists, Dolly Parton. It takes a lot of money to look this cheap. And let me tell you, I've looked cheap a lot of times and spent a lot of money doing it. You know, zeal doesn't always show up in solemnness and silence. Sometimes it shows up in rhinestones and big old hair. I love how Dolly reminds us that when we love what we do, when we do it with passion, with heart, humor, and even some high heels, you're living from zeal. And yes, it might take a lot of effort to shine, even when it's fueled, but when it's fueled by joy, it's worth every penny. Today I want to talk to you with a little bit of behind-the-scenes truth. I've been helping another church, Moonlighting on You, to help upgrade their space. I had mentioned that before that I was doing a project called Rise Up, Revenue and Income Streams Effectively Using Property. I had found as I've traveled all over speaking at different churches that many churches have empty spaces all week long that they could turn into revenue generating spaces. And so I'm at the end of the rope. As a matter of fact, we signed the contract for the one church last Tuesday. And then in the middle of all that, Reverend Jackie, which you all know did our DEI JB training, asked me would I do her church in February. And of course, I said, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm a big yes. That's all I am. My dearest friend, Reverend Teresa Burton, says I am a capital Y-E-S. Sounds like an inspiring property, right? An inspiring thing to do. Go help churches. But here's the truth. It was completely exhausting. Completely exhausting. We bit off a project bigger than we could chew on, as my mom used to say when we were kids. Some of our days were 12 to 14-hour days. We did basically what should have took about a month and a half in 11 days. They told us we had 14 until they told us there was a photo shoot, until they told us we couldn't do that Sunday, until they told us, and it's like, how are we going to get this done? There were moments that I was so tired, so worn out that I became crabby and cranky, like I lost all of my kindness. And that really sucks. But we didn't give up, and we didn't snap. What's Whitney Houston's song? Her last one that was so beautiful. And I'll tell you why. Because we tapped into our superpower. It's called the power of zeal. People don't realize what a valuable power that is. And then it's available to us. Charles Fillmore found that power as one of his 12 powers. He relates to 12 powers to the disciples. And each power represents a different disciple. Who knows who represents zeal? Well, I don't either. So, does nobody in here really know who represents zeal? Come on, Gene, you know this. Gene, you know this. Bartholomew, I knew it all along. I was just playing with you. I really didn't know it. That's one of the things I didn't learn in school, is to match up the power with the disciple. Now, I didn't know Bartholomew, okay? But what I do know, and how I know, is Charles Fillmore found these powers to be ways for us to use and express in our life, our best Christ self. There are ways for us to show up. Reverend Dr. Paul Hasselbeck says your powers can be overdeveloped or underdeveloped. Now, maybe you know somebody that loves just too hard, the power of love. Or maybe they don't have any juice to love. Or maybe their power of strength is over. They're so strong and powerful that they run over everybody. Or maybe they don't even have enough strength to get out of the bed. And then we think about zeal. Reverend Dr. Paul Hasselbeck said, I had an overdeveloped power of zeal. He said, you make everything passionate and exciting. And I'll stay with it. I'll be overdeveloped. And that's okay. Charles Fillmore, even in his 90s, declared, I fairly zizzle. I fairly sizzle. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth a mighty faith to do what ought be done by me today. Can you imagine in your 90s being able to affirm that? What a declaration. What a mindset to live by. I think of that quote often when I feel worn out or overwhelmed. In fact, I had that quote when I was the vice president of hospitality at Unity Village. I had it made into a vinyl and on my wall behind me. Every day I want to go out and I want to sizzle with zeal. I want to sizzle and shift the world by showing up in a way that is special, that is passionate, that is fire-filled. When our human energy falters and our spiritual, our humanness is crazy, do you see that's the spiritual power that can take over that says, yes, I can get this done. And that's exactly what happened during our renovation. Matter of fact, let's show some pictures here. Let's start out with this. So this was the warehouse. You can see it's got all the trusses in the ceiling. This is what I walked into back in February when I got there. And you want to go ahead and show the next one? This is what it was when we left in 11 days. This was the studio we walked into, and this is what it was in 11 days. This was the entrance that we walked into, and this is when we left in 11 days. Every morning I would wake up and think, how in the hell am I going to get this done? Every morning. Robert is the most organized person to work with. I would have never done this without him. Just as Jackie, Reverend Jackie said, she called me the very first thing when she found out she had this building, and she says, I will not do it unless you do it with me. She saw my work at Unity Village and knew of the zealous nature that I had, that I wasn't ever going to let my humanness overprecede my Christ. And so I said, yes. Robert would wake up every day with a new list for me. We'd go to sleep with 15 things left on the to-do list, and I'd wake up with 25. So I would affirm each day. I am energized by divine enthusiasm. I am energized by divine enthusiasm. You see, affirmations, when we speak it, the words, thoughts held in mind tend to produce after their kind. So once I spoke it, reminded myself of that truth, then all of a sudden, the can't do started fading away to the side. And it's like, wait, I am empowered. The Christ is greater than anything. And it worked. The paint got rolled, the spaces got transformed, laughter returned, and even in the middle of heavy lifting, when we completed the last detail just in time, I stood back and had so much gratitude and love and awe. The space looked spectacular, but more importantly, we felt spectacular. You see, that's the truth. It's the conscious shift that we do in each other when we have these projects, that we support each other, we elevate each other up. We're spiritual beings with a deep well of zeal, like nestled in our hearts. And every day in this world, everyone's going to give you a reason to hide and filter and cloud that zeal. That's who you are. That's your power. But it's so easy in this world right now. You can go on Facebook in about 20 seconds, you can wipe out all the zeal you could bring up in your life. It can happen. So we have to start seeing it, affirming it, putting ourselves in places where zeal is the power. Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, didn't use the word zeal quite as loudly as Charles, but she certainly lived it. She healed herself from tuberculosis, not by working harder, but by working wiser from the inside out. She taught, the light of God reveals to me a perfect way of health. She said, zeal is not a reckless energy, it's divine energy. It's alignment. It's trusting that if Spirit placed a vision in your heart, it also placed the power to fulfill it in your soul. But sometimes we fall out of touch. It's just easy to do. I felt myself doing that in the middle of this project. Getting off in a way to where I just, became crabby. I truly was. And I realized I was being that way to people around me. And so I had to step away. Finally, Sunday afternoon, in the middle of the project, we both looked at each other and said, we've got to step back into that zone, that spiritual Christ awareness zone where we can get re-grounded, re-energized. And we showed up the next day with a new vengeance, a new passion. We were over the top of the mountain. We were downhill. Burnout creeps in. Life gets heavy. Anybody had that happen to them? Sometimes you feel like you're just going through the motions. Your passions feel more like obligations, which is what that was feeling like for me. The dreaded tasks that once excited you are no longer fun. Snap it at each other, maybe, easily, and wake up tired already. But if any of that feels familiar to you, don't panic. There is a way. There is a way to work through this. And you have to do it just a step at a time. Whatever's naturally comes to your heart of, wait, here's where I am. So you have to acknowledge that. I had to acknowledge and go, wait, I am a mess right now. These hours are affecting me, and I am not showing up as the Christ light. And it just took a spark. It just took Robert saying, I think we need a break. I was in that zone of just go, 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 go. And so it's like, okay, wait, step back just a minute. And just be in this moment. And then I went, wait, I can make a shift in this. I mean, not everybody's going to leap out of bed like Charles Fillmore, right? And have affirmations that says they fairly sizzle. One of the things that I did just a few months back, and I realized as I was writing this, I've got to go into that again. Every morning when I woke up, my friend gave me a beautiful candle for Christmas, and I would light that candle. And I lit it just to remind me of the simple flame that I am if I stop and slow down and become present. Just be in this moment. Am I willing to be lit up today? Am I willing to be the light in the world? A spark is all you need. Spirit will do the rest. The second thing is just do one thing with passion. If of all these 5 things that I share with you, there's one thing, find something you're passionate about, something that takes that zeal to levels that overwhelms everything else in your life. Find that one thing that will carry you through miles of discord. Protect your flame. Zeal can dim quickly. We all know, we've surrounded ourselves. All it takes is, a negative thing from a person, a bad text, and then we go into a different space. Be mindful of what drains you and say yes only to what aligns with your purpose. I have noticed in the past 3 weeks, there are multiple things that are not aligning with my purpose. I had the discussion with Laird this morning. I said, I'm not doing that anymore. He said, oh, yeah. No. And that's a no, not a no. It's a no. We have to find out what is getting in our way of our passions and our purpose. What is it that is standing in the way? And the next is rest like it's sacred. Here's the paradox. Sometimes the most zeal-filled things you can do is take a nap. God, I love naps. I just love them. I don't sleep great at night. And man, you give me about an hour and a half nap and I'm waking up, I'm bootylicious, let me tell you. Zealicious, right? My new word. Burnout is not a badge of honor. Real zeal includes knowing when to pause and when to return with clarity and strength. And then finally, and this is a Charles and Myrtle thing that I love so much, affirmations. Affirmations, look, you got to speak it. If you're not speaking it, it's just a thought. But Charles Fillmore taught us when a word has power behind it, it becomes an affirmation. That's when it's powerful. That's when it'll shift your life. Things like, when you're feeling that, just say, I am zeal. Divine enthusiasm elevates me. My spirit is guided with my holy passion. I spring forth with joyous purpose. All of these things. And if you really want to do it powerfully, I still struggle with telling myself I love me in the mirror. It's hard. It's hard to do that. I'll do it a couple days and then somehow I just forget. But say this affirmation to yourself in a mirror. It makes such a huge difference. You're seeing the physicality of your Christ speaking to you. That's powerful. I want to be honest. There were moments in the past project where I questioned everything. I felt hurt. My back hurted. My feet could hardly move. I just wanted to crawl in bed and stay there for a month and take naps every day. But something whispered to me, you can do this, Bobby. You've got this. You were called to do this. You're equipped. You're not doing it alone, which was my Savior. Having people there that were on the same zealous, passionate, fire-filled path. That whisper was zeal. That's what it was. It wasn't flashy or loud. It was steady, consistent, and loving. Isn't that the true gift of zeal? It doesn't demand that we perform. It simply asks us to show up. Just show up. That's it. Authentically, passionately, and spiritually aligned. When I think about zeal in our community and the fire, I think the comment that I've got the most since I've been here, and they haven't all been positive, I promise, about who I am as your minister. You bring so much energy. Yeah. I hope I can do that because there's so many people that are struggling with that, and I've been blessed with the gift of being able to open my passionate heart and just let it flow out to everybody. Some laugh about it, some even made fun of my outfit today because it was a little zealous. But like Dolly Parton, I claim it. Zeal multiplies when we gather together. That's why it's so important that you're here. Whether it's worship or volunteer work, renovating a church or renovating your own basement, when we activate our spiritual enthusiasm together, something sacred happens. We lift each other up. We energize each other. Where two are gathered, in the midst I am there. We remind each other of who we are. That's why you come to this church. It's for someone else to see you, because sometimes we don't see ourselves. You, my dear ones, my beloveds, my friends, the people I love so dearly, you're here to live with passion, not to just exist, not to survive, but to sizzle with purpose. Zeal is not about being loud or noisy. It's about being alive in spirit. So whether you're tackling a project, navigating a life transition, which we all always seem to be doing, or just trying to get through your to-do list without snapping at your mom or dad or sister or brother or friend, remember this. The power you need is already within you. You just have to say yes to it. As you go forth, may you ignite the flame within you. May you lift yourself with the power of zeal. And may your light, your zealous, passionate, fire-filled light, bless the world. And so it is. Amen.
I chose this song probably a lot because it reminds me of our friends Fireflying. Anybody remember them? Yeah. They've had to go another way. He's working in Lexington a lot now, and so they're not with us anymore. But every time they sang this song, I always loved it so much. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to send you out the door all peppy, but maybe I'll send you out the door calm and relaxed. We'll try that. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of a rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of summer, and the winds changed, and the green was easy, and the rivers ran clear. I dreamed of summer, and the winds changed, and peace spread over the land. And the flowers bloom in the desert, and the air is fresh and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of freedom. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and the way was easy, and the path was clear. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and peace spread over the land. And the guardian stars are shining, and the night is bright and clear. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of freedom. and the sound was easy, and the song was clear. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. And the ancient pain is forgotten, and the Father's debts are clear. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. And peace spread over the land. And peace spread over the land. Thank you, Elsa.
Wow, the power of music. There it was right there. As we enter our time of giving, you can prepare your gifts as our ushers come forward. You can also visit our website, unityoflouisville.org, and click the donate button. You can also send your gift to our mailing address, 1228 East Breckenridge Street, number 4, Louisville, Kentucky, 40204. You can also text to give at 844-996-2710, or you can use the QR code on the back of your bulletins. Let's proclaim our prosperity proclamation together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you. We affirm these gifts of love and know they flow in and through Unity of Louisville, blessing the givers and all those who receive. Some announcements, Reverend Bobby?
Up there for me. All right, so we got a lot of things. No food and drink in the sanctuary. That was a joke. All right, here we go. Self-natural healing today. Joyce is doing that at 12:15, so join her if you'd like to be a part of that. We are having today at 12:15, is it really coffee? Coffee too? Okay, good, I'll be there. At 12:15, we're going to have Jean did a beautiful survey for us that we have collected. The board has gotten together, picked the top 3 items that we want to start taking action on. So we'd like for you to join us and be a part of that. Carrie, one of our board members and our vice president, is going to be facilitating that today. So come join us if you want, 45 minutes or so. But it's an opportunity for you to be heard and be a part of this. Also, our Fan the Flame. I don't know about you, but my arm is tired of fanning. I've been fanning for 3 weeks. I have not updated this, so I owe you an apology. Keep fanning. I'm coming back to it, I promise, okay? Hang on to me. The Alan Shearer Gala, we are down to the last 2 weeks. I'd like to thank those who are on this amazing, incredible committee and who have supported. Would you all please stand up? Leslie is our leader of that. Sharon back here, Karen over here. Jean, you've been helping do videos and everything. We got a team of about, what is there, 6 of us or 8 that are doing a spectacular job on this. This is going to be one amazing gala, so get ready. Yes, thank you all. And if you haven't got tickets yet, or there's a financial challenge, always let me know, okay? But I think we have 2 or 3, 4 tables left. So please help us promote that if you would, please. And then we're also doing some awards there for Reverend Judy and Richard, right? Yes, that's coming up. They have, and also for Susan Ingpool and Jack Ingpool. We're going to be doing a little award that we purchased for them at the Unity Village. So we're going to be presenting that. They will be here. Jack won't be, but everybody else will be there with us that night. So join us. Also, we have Pride coming up in Jeffersonville. And that date was, what was the date on that? The 7th. Yeah, that day. And then also the big one at Louisville. And we are also looking for volunteers. Can you go on to Planning Center for that, Jean? Planning Center. And you can go register. You don't want to miss these. These are super fun festivals. So come join us for that. I think that's it, isn't it, Michael? All right, so that's all. Lots of things going on here. Yes. Oh, tie-dyeing today. Yes, we're making our shirts for the Pride Festival. Is that one of? That's a real one that we did. So if you want a real one that says "Love This," come. Yep, love wins. Come play.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh, can't wait to get mine. As a reminder, prayer chaplains will be ready to pray with you in the alcove after the service. Now, let us bless our children and youth of Unity as we know that today they are learning and growing in Unity principles. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ light that you are. Let us say the prayer for protection together. If you would stand, if you are willing and able. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. Let us join in a circle to sing our peace song. And when you return to your seats, please be sure to collect all your belongings and trash and take it with you.
Stretching it. Hello.
It's fine, I can see it.
Okay, we about ready? Nope.
Okay, guys, back here, y'all gotta go together farther. Frank, connect the circle, doll. Okay, we're ready, Judy.
All right. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace
Namaste, y'all.
That was awesome. She really.